Louis Dodger.
Alright guys, so today I'm going to be doing a brief intro to our intro lessons. So with me I have Louis, who's going to be helping me out. He's new to martial arts, so it'll be a good idea. He did one little bit of a lesson with me, but it'll be a good idea of what to expect during an intro class. So we're just going to go right into it to kind of keep this as short as possible, but I want to show a couple techniques. The first one is called a trap and roll, and this is, let's say we were up here fighting, because we know that fights start standing, but we're going to pretend that for whatever reason I threw him down on the ground. So if you just lay down on your back with your head facing that way, just scoot down a little bit. There we go. So I threw him down, and now I'm going to jump on top of him and either hold him down, choke him, sit up and punch him, or maybe put him in a headlock here and start crushing his head. So there's different options of things that can happen here. It's a really bad position because from here I can reach him, but he can't reach me. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, he could go for the groin and hit me there, and yeah, that ball might work, but if he hits me in the groin and doesn't knock me out or incapacitate me, sends me from angry to furious, I start raining down elbows, punches, not a very fair trade. So we want to use techniques and skills that get us out of this position without risking. So what we're going to deal with right quick, and he's already been through this, like I said, is if I'm holding him down or choking him or anything like that, but just to be nice, I'm going to pretend like I'm holding him down here and he wants to get out. So right quick, if you just kind of bump and try to wiggle your way out without technique, like try to shove me off, things like that, I'm just going to hold you down, so go ahead and try and escape a little bit. So I'm just going to do things here, different techniques. If he's just using strength and trying to push me off and things like that, I can latch onto him, put my hand out, I can get low, I can maintain this position pretty easily, or just by being much bigger and stronger and heavier, I can just sit on him and crush him. So he needs a technique, a skill. So he's going to show it first. If you can remember it here, good. Set up and drop the leg. Perfect. Now, my arm is stuck. I cannot post it out on the ground. My foot is stuck, so I'm completely trapped. Now watch what happens, because all my weight is down here. Watch what happens when he bridges his hips. All my weight is now off of him. I'm practically weightless. And what does he have to do here? Just roll over his shoulder, and I'm gone. And it took almost no energy from me. And that was perfect. Let me try it once on you, right? So now he's on top of me, and he's holding me down. So what I'm going to do is get a monkey grip on his wrist so he can't pose his hand out laterally, a C grip just above his tricep so he can't pull his arm out backwards, and then all I got to do is trap his foot on the same side, just in case they're a little more skilled and they jump their foot out. That's all trapped. The other side I leave completely alone, and now I need to get his weight off of me, because if I just go to roll, I'm still pushing all his weight. And again, I'm imagining he's much bigger and stronger than me, so I just bridge my hips, takes all his weight off of me, and then it's just no effort to roll him over. Nice and easy. So that was that one there. You know, we would go over all the details, break down what the monkey, the C grip is, how they work, how we're going to use technique and leverage instead of strength, but it gives you a general idea. And now right quick, with him behind me, go ahead, get on your knees, and let's face this way. Let's see, scoot. He's going to apply a rear naked choke, so go ahead and try to remember if you do it once. Okay, go ahead and apply the pressure. And I did what's called tapping out because that sucked. So he did a really good job. What he's doing here is he's wrapping his arm around my neck, and you're going to hear my voice change because there's pressure being applied. There's pressure being applied to each one of my carotid arteries, the place where you feel your pulse. That's your carotid arteries on each side of your trachea. And if you apply pressure to those both at the same time, one with his bicep, the other with his forearm bone, you hear it changes my voice. And the thing is, he can choke me out with just this one arm, like let this arm completely go. He can hug my shoulder here and start to choke me here. But the problem is, with this, it'll choke me out, but I can start to reach up and tear it apart. That's why he's going to grab his bicep and throw this hand deep behind my head where I can't reach it, and put his head down so I can't poke his eyes. Now from here, I'm done for. All he has to do is pull back as he thrusts his chest in, compressing the space, and go ahead, and you'll hear my voice change. And I tap out. I'm fine, it doesn't hurt, it's just a compression, but it's obviously hard to breathe and talk when your neck is being compressed like that. So, let me, right quick, let's switch positions and sit down. So just a way to show you, a common way that people do this is to take the forearm bone and drive it straight into the trachea. And this is a really great technique if I thrust my chest in and pull this back really hard, which I don't want to do to him, because it's a pain compliance. So that will hurt a lot. It will make him tap out. But the thing is we're not preparing for sport. We're preparing for a street fight against a bigger guy who could be messed up on anything. And he might not feel that until tomorrow. In the meantime, you're wasting all your energy trying to rip through his neck. You burn out your energy, he's going to kill you. So it's not a good idea. Instead, we're going to go for something that's guaranteed. By wrapping my arm deep, aligning my elbow underneath his chin, plugging both arteries, locking up the technique, and just not squeezing, not using muscle, but just hugging him into me, I can get the result I'm looking for, and if I continue to hold that, he will eventually go unconscious because it slows down blood flow from the brain, from the heart to the brain. So that's a brief intro to our intro lesson. Where when you come into an intro lesson, it'll be longer. You'll get some more details and figure out exactly why all this is working and how it can work no matter your size against giants. It'll always work. So come in, try out a free trial lesson. No obligation, no cost. And if you're worried about anything or you're uncomfortable, there's a magic thing called a tap out. So if you're ever uncomfortable, all you have to do is tap out and everything stops. So no worries. Thanks, guys.